The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by EdgeBoost. Think of a better sign up today. Edge is a bet with market HGPN. When you do sign up, you get a free Rest Towers t-shirt. Claim your shirt at sportsgambling.com/refs. And welcome everybody to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It is currently Friday morning, June 13th, around 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm Rose Simpson, Scott Rachel. Once again, joined by Adam Rose. We're together and break down the games for the Friday card for the prop section of those games. Adam, how's it going with you? What's up?
Good. I'm just educating our SGPN Slack on what Cloudflare does.
Okay. Do you have this information to share with the class, or is it?
It's just basically like everyone's like when things are done or whatever. It was there was a Cloudflare outage yesterday, and everybody's like, "What did this do?" So anyway, I don't know. I'm good. We are ready to rock and roll. And who is this? I see somebody writing about Jack Cocaine. I am not dressed very well because I'm going to the gym right after this. Flex.
I thought you were headed right to a poker tournament.
I'm going right to a poker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do this and just like start bopping. Who's this? Scott's a babyface killer today. I had Scott shaved because of the cap I put out about Dean Kramer. Everyone,
for the record, I've been shaved for like a week already.
I know that's the
people
thing.
haven't really pointed it out.
So it's not. It's. I don't know if Captain Insano chime in. I don't know if it'll be time to back Kramer next start. Look, if you Google Israel news and you see the first headline says Israel to do airstrike, ground strike, whatever, that means you fade Kramer. If it doesn't say that, she shoves. It is. Before we get into it, I'm going to go through and like to those who are in my DMs telling me that this is anti-Semitic, it isn't. It's anti-Zionist, if anything, but it's really funny. So for the purposes of the bit, it's great. October 7th occurs. Kramer on October 10th gives up 6 earned runs in 1 2/3, and the Rangers sweep the O's. Israel does an airstrike against Syria on April 1st. Kramer gives up 8 hits in 4 innings on April 4th. May 18th, Israel begins a ground attack on, I don't even know this place, Dar al-Balaa. 9 hits, 4 runs given up in 5 and a third. Yesterday, I don't know what his final line was, but Israel, did an airstrike in Iran?
Yeah.
Kramer gave up 4 earned runs in, I think, the 4th. It is a
well. He didn't start, so I think it was within.
I know, but they were off him. They were off him. Aiken only pitched 1 inning, so I'm still right. It's the greatest cap, and the reality is, guys, none of you should use this cap unless you're Jewish because people will get really pissed at you. So anyway, now that we've gone way off the rails on this show, we should get into props.
Yeah, we should. I think it's also ironic that. We have a comment here that I'm a babyface killer. It's ironic because I turned 28 today, so I feel pretty old.
Oh, wait, it's your birthday today?
Yeah, I turned 28 today. So
okay, well then now
I feel old.
Now you have to come to Vegas in 2 weeks.
Those are the unwritten rules of the podcast.
Dude, I didn't know that. Damn, I wish I knew that. I would have actually
I don't really talk about it ever.
Yeah, I know you don't, but like I should know this. We talk every day.
Yeah, I just don't really.
Now
bring up my
let me put it on my calendar so I don't forget next year.
Okay. We can do that, but once again, I'm not really doing anything special for it. But yeah, it is technically my birthday, so there you go.
Cool.
Either way, a point is time to move on into the props that we have for the Friday card. Before we get into the actual props, though, a reminder that you can also find all of our free picks and podcasts on the app, which is also free for the Stanley Cup, for the College Baseball World Series, for the NBA Finals. Get it all on the SGPN app. Get over to get your apps. So moving on into the actual card here for Friday. Adam, I'm going to let you go first. What's going to be your first prop for the show?
Cool. I see someone upset that I'm equating this to people suffering. Not. You're missing the bit, if that's what it is. All right. Anyway, let's go. We're going to turn back the clock today. Guess who we're turning back the clock on with the O's?
That's going to be Charlie Morton.
It's going to be Charlie Morton. So Charlie Morton, turn back the clock day. Charlie Morton under 2.5 earned runs, -130, but I like it. He's been dominant against the Angels in 2 starts. Last year, he gave up 1. I think he struck out 7 and he gave up 1. Where he started this, hey, I'm back type of thing. He was against them about a month ago and he did great. He's much better at home. His Angels team is been weirdly hitting, just so that everybody knows. They have been hitting, but the weird thing about how they're hitting is that they're not hitting until the 5th or 6th inning. And then by that point, I expect they'll be like, all right, cool, let's move on to do something else. Yes, guys, you're getting a -130 prop. You can deal with it. There's plenty of winners.
That's my job on the show. You're cutting into my territory.
But I really like the angle. So anyway, I like him. He's got good history against the Angels. I don't like the way the Angels hit overall because it seems to take them the third time through the order to break through, and they've done that the last couple of games. But since 420, he hasn't given up more than 2 at home in either start. And what else do we got? I just think that the Angels are gonna. I think that the Angels might get to him later, but he's been really good against him. He's been great since they brought him back from banishment. So Charlie Morton under 2.5 earned runs, -130. It'll be -145 by later today.
Yeah. So there you go. A couple ways to get there too. Either he shoves or he gets pulled early because he stinks, and maybe doesn't get there anyway.
If he gets pulled early, it's because he gave up 5. But
probably, but you know what I'm saying, like a high pitch count. They decide.
I think that this should. The reality is that I think that this should be closer to -145.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's a considerable. I think you're actually getting a considerable price difference on this because everyone's gonna look and they're gonna be like, because look at it. If you look at his last 10 starts, there are only 2 starts where he has not given up in his last 10, dating back to last year. Let's even go 2025. He has given up less than 2 earned runs in only 2 starts this year. But guess what? They're the 2 starts at home since he came back from being better at everything, and he's been really good against the Angels.
Yeah. I see we have a comment saying that he needs another cup of coffee to back Morton this morning. So we'll see what happens. But whatever works. I will tell you. I mean, let me see if I can give you one more Morton stat lately. Morton in his last 3 starts, period. 3.60 ERA, 3.49 expected ERA, 3.48 WHIP. Chase rate of 35%, whiff rate of 33%. His BABIP's a little high. His last 3 starts at home, that dates back to even when he was crappy. 1.59 ERA. Walk rate's really low. Chase rate's really high. He's been good. Okay, there we go. So I'm actually not going to do any pitcher props today, but I'm going to take a hitter prop because of who's pitching in the game. I'm going with Carson Kelly. Give me the under half a hit at even money. I think it's a great price. He's been quite bad lately. He has no hits in 8 of his last 11 games. You have Skeens pitching, who's allowed less than 5 hits in 5 straight. He's great. He goes distance. He shuts everybody down. And I do think Kelly should struggle in this game. Kelly's also worse in day games. He's actually worse in Wrigley by a considerable margin than his road splits. He's a lot worse at home. But Kelly's been really bad. Skeens has been great. And you might see Skeens maybe go another 8 innings. Cubs are also the home team. Chance he doesn't bat in the 9th inning because they don't bat in the 9th inning. So keep that in mind. But I like even money for a batter that's been slumping, and now he's against a top 3 pitcher in the league. I like the price on it. Give me Carson Kelly under half a hit at even money.
I like it. I've been looking at Dansby in that game of like trying to find some. I think I know that he has good history, quote unquote, against Skeens. Yeah, but I saw Kelly was 1 of 2. I'm like, I can live with that. Yeah, as I'm looking at this, he's been, actually I might take for first K and it'll be really good value. Well, it's got to be that game. It's going to be that game. So I'm looking right now. You're going with PCA and you're hoping the first 2 guys don't strike out? No, not a lefty because the PCA would have to be a lefty. But I think might do Kyle Tucker. Okay. Kyle Tucker. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. By the way, I like the Carson Kelly. Like, it's a non-issue for me. I like Carson Kelly on that. I like that one that you. I just thought even money was just a ridiculous price when you get the back Skeens. I think it's just a great price for a batter. Yeah, is he still batting? He's not still batting cleanup, is he? Let me check. He shouldn't be. He's been terrible lately. But let me just see where he's at. He's batting cleanup. No, he's batting 5th. Okay, so there's a little bit of risk in that stuff. Yeah. I mean, I like it. It's fine. I think I might pivot still to a first at bat type of thing with him, just because he bats so high in the order that I don't think he's going to get lifted. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not really sure if he's going to be walking into a potential strikeout. Also, is he? I guess who's starting for that? He must be Horton's catcher. I'm assuming so. You can make the argument if there's they might consider. Don't they have McGuire on that team if they want to switch it? Yeah, remember when he got caught masturbating in his car? Yes, he did. That was hilarious. I forgot he was with the Red Sox at the time? Yeah. In spring training. He was jerking off in his car. Yeah, that did happen. But I'm trying to remember with McGuire on the team,
They can potentially lift them if they need to, but I doubt they would.
Though the only way that they would do that is after Horton. They're not going to switch catchers.
No, I'm saying after Horton, of course. But I'm saying you can go for a pinch runner or switch lefty right.
Maybe it's possible, but I don't know if they really gain anything on that.
Oh, not at all. I'm just saying.
Not against the Pirates.
I'm just backing.
You just have to sweat the whole game. It's fine. I think it's. Yeah. I think. In fact, while you're doing that, we could I'll look at what the because those will be up now. The first at bat ones for him. Carson Kelly's a good candidate for stinkiness in his first at bat too. So let's see. MLB this.
I'm just shocked that wasn't a minus price.
Oh, it's not up yet. But anyway, I'm shocked.
I'm just shocked it wasn't that price. But anyway, so I'll go with that as my first play. Adam, you want to move on into your second play for the show?
Yeah, I'm going to continue to. Well, I wouldn't say turn back the clock because he's not that old. He just never got to pitch on this. But we're gonna have another stinky guy that I'm taking. Guess who I'm taking?
I have no idea.
Who's stinky that I might take?
I know you're very anti Garrett Crochet.
He's good call. He's actually on my list. But
I cheated.
Let's actually go to that. A spoiler alert. All right, taking Garrett Crochet over 4.5.
I cheated. You texted me.
Yeah. Over 4.5 hits. By the way, the Savale saying trade me from a Brewers team, and then they're like, cool, you're banished to the White Sox is effing hilarious.
Could have been worse. He didn't end up in Colorado. So
Honestly, dude, he must be an awful teammate.
I have to imagine he's a bad teammate.
I imagine he's a terrible teammate because he first of all, to get jettisoned from the Guardians a couple years ago, it speaks volumes. Then he got kicked off the Rays.
Yeah. And the Brewers aren't even that bad.
And they're an organization that no one complains about being on the Brewers. And the fact that he demanded a trade and then they sent him to the White Sox, I think it sounds like he's a terrible teammate.
Yeah, I kind of get the same vibes there too. But
okay. Anyway, Garrett Crochet over 4.5 hits allowed, -115 on DK. He gave up 6 to the Yankees a week ago. The BABIP's way higher at home by a considerable amount. I'm not a Crochet guy. I think Crochet gets hit a lot, more than you'd like to know. But the big cap for me is that's the third left-handed pitcher that the Yankees have seen in the past 6 days. So they're already a great left-handed hitting team. So the players and the lineup is, I want to say, in form. I like when a team is playing the same handed pitcher if it's a cross multiple times, because that's how you get in good form. They hit him well, and then everybody who they've seen who's a left-handed hitter has gone over this. So 4.5 hits. Garrett Crochet gets hit, man. He's also over this. This is a ridiculous line. He's also, since he's given up at least 5 in 6 straight, and at home he gave up 7 and 5 in his last 2 starts, 4 against the Twins who don't know how to hit, 5 against Seattle in that game that Seattle just bombed. I'm not a Garrett.
It's a very low number for a guy that can easily go 7 innings if he's actually pitching.
His outs line is 18.5.
Yeah. So based on that, a lot of usage, probably 100 pitches. You can get behind that. So there you go. Before I get into my second prop for the show, a reminder that we are brought to you by our sponsor, Edge, because the first ever bank for bettors, ensuring that our gambling transactions are approved, issues, fees, and no minimums. You have records as well. Cards on approval. For all deposit time today at edgeboost.bet with the promo code SGPN. Also, a reminder, if you sign up this week, you'll get a free Refs Terrorist t-shirt. Claim your shirt at sportsgambling.com/refs for a free shirt. We're also brought to you by Circa, because they're still doing the Ultimate Fantasy Football giveaway. Circa's Resort Casino, Las Vegas. Give away the Ultimate Fantasy Football experience for a 12-person league in Vegas to draft their teams. We treated VIPs for their stay. Get a limo ride from the airport, a 5K tab for stadium swim, and a hotel stay for you and your 11 league mates. Also get 15% off everything at the Circa properties with code SGP15. Enter the contest, though, at sportsgambling.com/Circa, sportsgambling.com/CIRCA. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the first couple props for the card on Friday. Time to keep it rolling here for my second play. For this one, I'm going to go to a matchup between the Dodgers and the Giants, and I am going to go with a fade on Teoscar. I'm going to go with Teoscar under 1.5 HRR at -125. He's been quite bad lately, and people haven't really talked about it. He's gone under this number in 7 of his last 8 games. You also have Webb pitching, who I know is on the road in this one. Not nearly as good as home Webb, but he's still solid. And you're looking at his numbers against Webb, not good. 2 for 12 lifetime against him. I get the Dodgers tend to perform better at home. I understand that. But the point is, Teoscar has really not been great recently. And you're looking at Webb, who is a very good ground ball pitcher, who I think can, once again, induce weak contact on Teoscar. 2 for 12 for a reason against them. But I really like the price at minus 125 for a guy that has been slumping. The thing with the Dodgers that you don't really talk about much with the guys that are slumping because you have so many high talent players on that team. But Teoscar has really cooled off lately, and I feel like it's a good spot to jump on that fade train at a decent price with a good pitcher on the mound. So give me Teoscar under 1.5 HRR at minus 125 as my second play.
Teoscar's in terrible form. I'm fully supportive of that.
Okay, there you go.
Where's there like nothing else to say? I mean, I was actually trying to look at what I wanted to do with Webb because Webb's in like great form, but Webb against the Dodgers has been like house of horrors when it's on the road. Mm-hmm. So I noticed the same thing, so I went for an actual batter instead. Yeah. Anyway, I agree with it.
Well, I see a comment from Austin. He said that Andrew Vaughn was an absolute bust. I forgot how regarded he was as a prospect. Was he viewed as being like this elite guy? I don't remember that.
Not really.
I always thought Vaughn was a guy with power, strikes out a lot. Who's not really. I thought he was a one-tool player. That's kind of how I viewed him. So there you go. But now we can say he got traded for Savale, which is like rock bottom for his career. Is that worse than getting demoted? Being traded for Savale?
No, I mean, getting off the White Sox is like, I mean, the Brewers.
No, I meant the principle of being traded for a team cancer. Is that like bottom, like the rock bottom?
I just like what what's funny is that Savale's now going to get to go against the Guards multiple times,
assuming he actually makes it to the end of the season with that team. But yeah.
It's just like so beyond. I'm just thinking about it now that it's just like you literally all three of the teams that he's gotten kicked off of, because he's got to have gotten kicked off. They're all really good clubhouse teams. Yeah, like you've never heard a problem in the Guardians clubhouse.
No, the Rays have had the
same. You've never heard a problem in the Rays
years.
Clubhouse, and you've never heard a problem in the Brewers clubhouse. So, yeah.
The only problem I could think of in the clubhouse of the Brewers was Devin Williams punching a wall, but that wasn't even like an actual altercation. He's just an idiot. So
I don't know. I see Jason Whitman blowing my load here. Spoilers, buddy. Be patient. We're gonna get to
coincidentally, I did a YouTube play with the first 5 under in that game, so I guess we're all on the same page indirectly.
We're all the same. I don't know if I like that, but anyway,
fine. I'm saying just the concept. It's fine. So
yeah.
You want to move on into your third?
Yeah. Well, why doesn't Jason just call it out for me? Severino under 2.5 earned runs. We're turning back the clock on him. 2. He hasn't given up. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs on the road all season.
Yeah, ERA on the road is 0.87.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of this one. And also Casey kind of stinks. And 5 straight pitchers and 3 straight righties have gone under the ER against this team. So give me Severino under 2.5 earned runs. I think it's minus 105. You could go on Novig if you're one of those people and do it at plus 120. Which I also think is a great way to do it. So yeah, look at that, guys. We sped through some of these so that I have time to answer some of these questions and stuff. I see Gio, who is a Florida resident, pointing out about the Rays having good culture. So anyway, Severino under 2.5.
Yeah, as a Yankees fan, I watched a lot of the Royals over the last few days. I had a good time. Not watching them, but as a Yankees fan, I had a good time because we swept them. But either way, the Royals are a mess. They're terrible. They lost 1-0 yesterday. It was ugly, and they weren't really close at all to scoring in most of these innings. They're just a bad team. So there we go. I also looked it up. They have scored less than 4 runs, and I want to say 6 of their last 7 home games. So even when they were cheating, which I know that you're very high on.
Very high on them cheating.
They've scored less than 4 runs in 7 of their last 8 home games. So they can't even hit
stuff now
at this point. So there you go. But anyway, for my last prop, I am going to go with a singles play because why not? I'm going to go with Brooks Lee. I'm going to go with the over half a single at plus 100. Lee, low-key, has had a single in 12 straight games. 12? And it's even money? I think it's a great price. He's had at least one single in 14 of his last
Colton. It's Colton pitching too, right?
Yes, you have Gordon pitching for Houston, who's been up and down, but does give up a lot of contact because he's allowed 7 hits in 3 of his 5 starts this season. The 2 exceptions, he ended up going through 5 hits. So he's given up 5+ in every outing, 7+ in 3 of the 5. And once again, this guy has a single in 12 straight games, and it's even money. I think it's a good price. Give me Brooks Lee to record a single at even money.
Nope. I'm into it. Sorry, guys. I'm just also looking at on this Royals game. I was trying to see because everyone's like, I love the under. And so I'm just price checking to see neither team to
reach 4, reach 7, reach 5. What's your magic number for neither team to reach, 5 or 6?
I do 6 because because 6 is you lose either 6 and over happens because it's the 8.5.
Yeah,
you lose probably. It's minus 115 for the neither team to score 6, and if we really want to do that, A's haven't done it. A's haven't done it in 9 of their last 10. And in the Royals haven't done it in.
Yeah, the Royals have scored less than 4 and 5 of their last 6, so they have not even been close to 6.
And then I always want to check the home splits.
Yeah, they scored less.
They haven't done. They haven't scored. They haven't scored 6 runs at home and like forever. Yeah, we're taking this.
All right.
So anyway. Oh wait, why don't we do the 5?
That's why I was asking if you wanted to do 5.
Yeah, the 5's very massive plus money. Yeah,
what is that, like 160?
Yeah, good call. Look at you. Yeah, we're gonna do the we're gonna add that, and I guess it now counts as a play for everybody here. Well, yeah, we're gonna do. I don't really like to take juice on these ones, but plus 165 for neither team to get 5 runs. Well, I'll take that.
And these teams stink. So
both these teams stink.
There you go. I do want to ask you though, since that was of course the last type of prop we're going to talk about for players. You want to segue into the daily DP? Yeah, I got to get DP for you guys. Hold on, I'm just banging on this one. Neither race to 5 runs, bang. Okay. Yeah, I got this one on DK. Okay, so I got 2 DPs for everybody today, but I'm just going to give you guys one. The other one I'll put out later. I'm not gatekeeping. I just don't want a billion things attached to me. Tampa, turn a DP, minus 105. Clay Holmes isn't really good at home. I kind of trust the Rays to get on base, and I'm sorry, the Tampa's been hitting well, and the Mets are a good contact team, and the Mets actually have the most DPs that they have hit into over the last 15 days. Tampa also with Tampa's just a very good DP team. So from their bullpen to their starters. So give me the Mets, or give me the Rays to turn a DP at minus 105. It's weird. You got to get your head straight on it. You got to basically, if you see a team that you like that's hitting into them, you take the other team to do it. So yeah, minus 105. Yeah. You also have a lot of guys on the Mets who, let's say, are pretty slow base runners. Shout out to Soto and Alonso. So he's one of the slow guys on that team. Let me like Taj's ground ball rate has been 58%. It's not that great on the road. Like Taj's road splits aren't that great, but this is just he's a good DP pitcher in general. To Gio's point, Tampa has a really good infield defense. Yeah, but you said you had another one, right? Yeah, I mean, look, if people want it, it's fine. Padres to turn to DP. Kolek's really good at these. Okay. Angels to turn to DP. Kokainowicz is a DP. He's a DP. He might only go 3 innings because he stinks, but there will be a double play in there. There could be a double play. Angels are just a really good DP team. Yeah. So that's a parlay. That's a plus 203. Those are the 2 that I'm on today. Okay, there we go. So that's going to do it for the bonus prop segment there with the DP. Do you want to ask you if there's any other potential plays you want to share? Or should we just move on to the actual best bets? Well, we're targeting what? We want to target. Let me see if there's anybody who I want to target for first plate appearance K. Let's see. Over the last 5 games, I'd like to find somebody who's got like a big, nice, massive. Okay, so who is a good strikeout pitcher? Unfortunately, Seattle is not facing a lefty today, so you might see no Dylan Moore in the lineup, but of course, that's always one of our favorites. Cabrera, that's not a good matchup. Yamamoto against the Giants, it's okay. Let me just look. Go for a classic Dom Smith stinks angle and just pick Yamamoto. I don't know. There might not be. I really think Kyle Tucker is the one that I want. Okay, there we go. Kyle Tucker, first plate appearance K. Okay, So keep that in mind if you want yourself an exotic prop that's going to be a massive sweat for about a minute and a half. Definitely a fun prop market too, with a lot of value if you actually know how to pick it properly.
Yeah. I think that this is. I mean, his K rate's not like obscene against right. I mean, he's obviously he's good at baseball, but it's 28. He's a 23% K rate and a 29% chase called and whiff rate, which is exactly what you want against Skeens. Yep. A good way to cap these guys is like, and we have this all on handy graphs, but look for whiff and chase rates against hard throwing guys, and those are good ones for first plate appearance case. So like I am looking right now at like I want like a called or it's a CSW percent. I want that like over 30% because that's just awful. And you want that against guys that throw gas. And so
it also makes sense if it's over 30% because that's basically saying assuming three plate appearances. It's
effectively a whiff, and it's just like it means that they're going to chase it and do that. And so if you have guys that are going like Aaron Judge is probably a very well priced one, but that's not a bad one either. But I really like Kyle Tucker. Rafi Devers isn't bad on it if you want for against Yarbrough. It's the same matchup from a week ago. But yeah, these are really, this is against right hand. Oh no, that's a lefty that you don't want to do. So yeah, I mean, let me see if there's anybody who's a lefty that's starting today. Does anyone know besides Crochet?
I was going to say, I wasn't sure if you were including Crochet or not.
Oh, well, okay, I got one. Roman Anthony, first plate appearance K is absolutely banging on that.
All right.
He's so yeah, we'll do that one. And
if you wanted
Kyle Teal. A lot of these rookies are really good ones. I'm going to write these down, guys. Okay, so here.
I don't see many lefties, by the way, but I do see Mitchell Parker, and I see Ranger Suarez.
Isn't Yarbrough starting?
And Yarbrough, if you want to include him too.
Yeah, Yarbrough's good. He learned to change up over there. Okay, so that one's that one. Let me see about Kyle Teal.
Well, Yarbrough confused me because he bats righty despite pitching left. So sometimes I just forget that he's actually a lefty.
Oh, yeah. He's also, I think Yarbrough is good. He's been good.
He's fine. He's a classic junk ball guy who finds ways to have success. So,
don't mind Freddie. I actually like the Giants. Do I like the Giants in that game? Oh,
well, you just called it
Mitchell Parker can't strike guys out.
Ranger?
Jason Dominguez. Jason Dominguez is a real.
You make a Ranger Suarez argument against. There's another lefty. If you want to argue about it,
who they
play Toronto.
No, bad matchup.
Okay. Toronto's even very good.
Kyle Tucker, I like on this.
Okay.
And then let's see if there are. O'Neal Cruz is so bad, by the way.
Strikes out 6 times every game.
Every time.
Nobody cares because he's one line drive 120 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anybody who just throws absolute gas. That is Tim Elko. Tim Elko is another one.
Okay. Sounds like a fake player.
He's the number 9 player. Is the number 9. I have no idea who this guy is, but DeGrom's going. So that's a good one. So let's go. We'll go Kyle Tucker and we'll go Tim Elko.
There we go.
And Carson Kelly no hit, but
yeah.
Tim Elko, Elko and Tucker are who we want.
Okay. Pony, that's going to wrap it up for the prop segment. Now it's time to get into our best bets for the show. For that, the reminder, they're brought to you by our sponsor, which is Underdog Fantasy, because they're going along with the May Finals with their extended bonus hop in game 1. The longer the series goes, the bigger the bonus gets. And a reminder, when you sign up, use the code MLB SGPN to get a special pick and your first time deposit offer up to 1K in bonus cash on fantasy promo code MLB SGPN. We're also about Rhythm, because Rhythm is definitely a sponsor for this show and for SGPN for a long time. They also just dropped a game-changing feature called Power Trends and Detected Patterns. Rhythm's models have consistently won and have a high ROI. They're also updated every day, so check out Rhythm for the Power Trends. No touts, no noise, just clean data-back picks. Download the app. Check out Power Trends, start betting smarter. Also, try it for free for a week by using the 7-day free trial. Go to sportsgambling.com/rhythm to get your free trial. Adam, I'll ask you, any Power Trends you want to look at for today?
They like. Ooh, this is new. Bryce Elder walks.
Went 8 innings last start, though. I'm curious how long he goes in this one.
I'm curious how long he'll go on this one too. Yeah. Paddock over 4.5 strikeouts at plus money. I like.
Okay.
Astros strike out and Paddock's been fine. He's been worse on the road, but like I'm still waiting for the shoe to drop because he's been good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said on the show earlier yesterday. Because I'm like, yeah, Paddock's actually just been really good, and I feel like nobody really knows why he figured it out again, but he's been good. So
he's been great. They were going to DFA him too.
Yeah, they were. Rightfully so, because he was terrible, but he figured it out, I guess. So good for him.
Yeah. So him. I mean, the number one thing they have is it's a Crochet. I mean, this maps to what I think is going to happen. I think Crochet is getting drilled today. Okay. But they have under 8.5 strike. Under 9 strikeout. He could just get all his outs.
Do you want to go for that and double down on Crochet?
Because we're putting this into our underdog.
So I'm saying you want to do Crochet?
No, I'd much rather go to
Paddock.
I'd much rather do Paddock. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll do Paddock for that one, but we'll get back to that later on.
I like Paddock. I like Paddock. He's like our age or my age. You're like 12. So
I just turned 28. So there you go.
I know.
But point is, check out the power trends. You can check out the free trial when you check out Rhythm. We're also brought to you by MyBookie because MyBookie.ag is the place for every sport. Who's Bookie?
MyBookie.
So if you want to bet on the NBA Finals, the Stanley Cup, if you want to go for baseball, UFC, US Open golf, check it out on MyBookie. Also available in 100 locations. Use crypto for just payouts. Easy deposits. Sign up though for your account. Use the code SGPN to get a 100% deposit match up to 1K. Terms and conditions apply. MyBookie.ag promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through our props for the card on Friday. Time to move on into the best bet segment. Adam, what do you like as your favorite prop out of the three you gave out?
Severino.
Okay.
Severino shove day.
There you go.
He's
Severino
also, if you really want to get freaky, he's plus, I think he's like plus 200 or something to get a win, but I don't like the A's like the A's aren't winning games right now. So
that's why I took the first 5 under instead, because I can't stand that bullpen. I'm
fine with the bullpen will be fine. Well, because they shut it down after the blip yesterday. They were fine, but the neither team, like I like this neither. I mean,
to be fair, they didn't pitch in the 9th inning either, so that helped.
Sure.
But
that's fine. But yeah, I like but yeah, give me Severino under 2.5 earned runs. I love that one.
Yeah, so for my best bet here, I'll go with Carson Kelly. I can't turn down even money. I can't do it. It's even money and you get to back Skeens. That's just fun. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to turn that down. I know he's batting 5th and all. I get it. But Kelly's also not exactly going to be squeaking out infield singles. He's a pretty slow runner because he's a catcher. So I think you're looking at him probably generating weak contact or striking out against Skeens. Skeens might go 7 innings. Cubs with the home team might not bat in the 9th inning. Couple of ways to get there. But either way, point is give me the Kelly under half a hit at even money as my best bet. Now it's time for Underdog. I know we just mentioned we'll do the Paddock strikeouts. I believe you said it was at 4.5 for that one.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Okay. So we'll go with the 4.5 for a Paddock higher, and then we can experiment from there.
Cool. What else do you want to do? You don't
want to do Crochet again, so we'll pass on the strikeouts for
Crochet.
Pass on Crochet. Okay.
I think I'm not. I don't hate Clay Holmes under 18.5 pitching outs.
Okay. So we can do that.
And then we need one more.
Do you want to double down on like Severino or any of these other guys? Do you want to get really degen and take a nerfy in that A's game?
Severino's a terrible nerfy pitcher.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah. I think so. I'm pretty sure. Let me. So let me see. Let's see. Let's look at some nerfy guys. Nerfies. Everyone loves a good nerfy.
Comment from, I see a comment from Bet Boy saying that Kelly is not in the lineup. I don't know where do you see the lineup, because I have not seen it posted. The Cubs did not.
It would have been just now. So
I'm saying I'm on Twitter. I'm looking at the Cubs page. I don't see any lineup information.
Well, you go to MLB.com or RotoWire.
I'll check RotoWire now.
Oh, Severino's a really good nerfy pitcher. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the nerfy in that game.
Okay, that's fine.
Bad. I'm into that. How do you do that?
I don't really know, but I know that's a thing. Does that count? I'm on Underdog as well. They didn't post the Cubs lineup either, so I don't know if it actually
first inning earned runs allowed. So I guess you just do both pitchers for it, huh?
I think so. We don't have to do that.
I think it's a great idea.
I thought it was fun.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, Tony, you might be right, but I looked at like multiple sources. I don't see the Cubs confirming a lineup yet, so he might be playing.
Oh, never mind. We can't combine this. But,
okay, so then never mind.
Yeah. But good thinking.
Okay.
You want to get really freaky with something that we have on Handgraphs and just have fun with it?
Okay, sure.
Because so on Handigraphs we're able to see how many pitches per plate appearance someone has.
Okay.
You want to do Freddie Peralta total number of pitches thrown in the against the Cardinals in the first inning over?
What's that number at?
So Freddie Peralta in his last 3 starts, 4.2 pitches per plate appearance.
Guy nickel and dimes every single at bat. So yeah, you'll probably see at least 1-3-2 count in there. So I'm fine with that. Quinn's saying it's in the MLB combos tab on Underdog.
Oh, thank you. Let's look. MLB combos. All right.
But makes sense because you're taking both teams and you're merging them for no run.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. I haven't really done this before. So Angels and KC.
It's his first time. He's nervous.
Very nervous. They don't actually. I don't have it in the state unless you're in Massachusetts. They don't have it. I don't get combos. Sorry, man. But I am going to do this because it's a nice way to show off a feature I really like in Handigraphs, which everybody should sign up for because it's awesome and you and I use it to cap stuff. Friend of the program, Handigraphs. All right. Clay Holmes, lower 18.5 pitching outs. Chris Paddock, higher 4.5 strikeouts. Freddie Peralta, higher to throw 20 or more pitches in the first inning, which I wonder how many times he's done it.
Probably more than you think.
Oh, he's like that dude. Like him and
that's why he only goes like 5 innings most of the time because his pitch count's at 95. It burns through pitches like crazy.
It's crazy. That guy, that dude is nuts. Peralta is. Let's see.
I think Freddie Peralta might be the number 1 nibbler in the entire league. Guy just absolutely nibbles at every corner, and he ends up in a 3-2 count half the time.
He really does. I mean, he just throws a lot of pitches. I can't find it, but
every time you back Peralta for strikeouts, it's a pain in the ass because he has like a 1-2 count. It's automatically going 3-2, every time. So
nope, I'm into it. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Nibbles all the time.
We're gonna do it. And also, the other thing that I like that I've been doing a lot more on Handigraphs. Sorry that I keep pushing it, but like it's a site that we all use.
It's free.
It's free.
So
for now.
For now.
But you could sort by first pitch strike.
Okay.
Of which, like, that is another reason why Gavin Williams is a great one. Gavin Williams' first pitch strike over his last 3 is only 51% of the time has he been able to do this. It's like it means he's going to be behind counts all the time. Peralta gets a lot of first pitch strikes, but then he
nibbles
around.
He goes from 1 to 2 to 3 to 2 every time. So
that's fine. Okay, let's do that. It's a 6.38 multiplier. So again, Clay Holmes, lower 18.5 pitching outs. Chris Paddock, higher 4.5 strikeouts. That's a rhythm robot play. And then Freddie Peralta, higher 19.5 pitch count in the first inning. What a sweat that's going to be.
Yeah. And what's the payout on that?
Hold on. I'm putting money in it because we've been terrible at Underdog. As everyone's like, oh, I should tell this. And I'm like, we've been terrible. But it's just us. We've been getting the rhythm's been holding up their end.
Rhythm's doing their part. And
payout is $50. Play. We get $3.19.
On the bright side, if you've been backing the Underdog entries for NBA and WNBA, you're up. So
you're up. Yeah, you're way up. It
makes you feel any better.
If you've been fading the lock and dogs, you're super up. So everything creative has hit.
To be fair, Terrell and I have actually kind of turned it around for the W the past week or two. So there you go.
The past game. Because a lot of my stuff I end up being on too. And
I think each of us have hit the lock in 3
You guys end up having the right angle, but it ends up not being the lock. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think the last
it's not like you're not giving out like bad plays.
It didn't even matter when we were losing. When we were losing the plays anyway, we kept hitting the Underdog entries. So it was like, all right, I guess we're just up anyway, but it's fine. Anyway, opponents, going to wrap it up for the show. Back once again for the prop show on Monday. We have, of course, the regular episode coming out at 5 p.m. Eastern for the Saturday games, which I'll be on as well. Find me on Twitter, Rush Radio. Find him on Twitter at Adam Rosenberg and at Hey Rosenberg. And once again, until next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bets. Bye, everyone.